So today's class is the continuation of yesterday. So today is coming into that space of, I had a chat with Nicolina and opening the heart. And it's not just a verbal thing, opening the heart. To open the heart, you need to have a very strong back. A very strong back is not an egocentric back, but a back that can be in a place of in the middle of the chaos, but not being part of the chaos. So it's very important to today to work with your back. And yesterday I went with each and every vertebra of the cervical spine, the thoracic spine, and the lumbar spine, and I explained to you what part of the spine hold what kind of emotion and what kind of the energy. And even if you think the back is all about back is not all about back. Back is all about your body, all about your emotions, and even to a certain extent the back get weaker with certain levels of emotions and energy. So very gently pay attention today, a bit more stronger onto those areas, because I'm going through those areas. And also we are working on the hips. It's very hard to open up the heart unless these things come into the balance. And the hip is always when you're a martyr of saying that you carry too much, or other people's burdens are on you and not supported. It's in a way, it's true that it's other people are doing, but it's more is what you're doing to yourself. And you are the one who can release from that space. So I went through all the emails, I went through all the stuff that you guys have wrote to me, and it's amazing to see greater work like what Beata doing with the students and the children with the breathing techniques. And I will definitely support those courses because they are very great. And I like to see more of those things that the children are changing, because, and I would love that space that children need to be give that resilience to the fears of the future, that they don't have to get overwhelmed by it. And these children who have gone through these certain levels of difficulties in life. I'll get back to that to you later. So now today, if you have a block, please get that block, because we might use the blocks to support certain levels of alignment to open the back. So if you have, otherwise don't worry about it. Now take a deep breath and come into a pose of very gently sitting, shoulders relax. And I might move the camera towards the Darren so that you can see it. So get that left foot into the front on the seating posture and the right foot into the back, and very gently allowing that space very gently for you to very gently start deepening your breath and exhaling into a longer breath, inhaling into a elongated breath into the belly, and very gently finding that space of the spine, shoulders relax and chest open. So this is not about giving so much attention into your life and falling apart, but this is about the time to be sweeping things that you no longer can carry and allowing that space of letting go of that old self, because old self cannot find a new self. So very gently now take that deep breath in, and if you can very gently find where you are at today and what's going in that space of your ecosystem, where your mind, where your body, where your breath, without separating my mind is here and my body is there and my breath is here. Just bring into that awareness. As soon as you bring that awareness into it, then you are being aware. It's not that it has to have another idea of what is awareness, what is peace. Now very gently shoulders roll back, opening up that chest. Now very gently take that deep breath in and very gently shrug the shoulders up and tilt the head back, and very gently opening up the back of the neck, front of the throat, and very gently breathe out, chin to the chest, and very gently moving into a seated cat, very gently curving the spine, releasing that tension that you're holding in the spine. Now take another deep breath in and very gently push the belly into the front, very gently uncurling that spine, pushing that hips a little bit more, coming into that awareness that your shoulders, your chest, not so much of flaring up the ribs in here, but more of the work of the spine. Now take that deep breath in and breath out, chin to the chest, stomach very gently pulling in, rolling, and curling your spine a bit more, and coming into that understanding that you can release the tension of the back of the neck, and very gently breathing in, coming into the center, elongate that spine, shoulders relax, and coming into that space of that you're coming into the understanding the old cycle of your life is quite not supporting you, but it's complementing to create what is now. So now very gently take that deep breath in and very gently twisting the spine to the left side. So shoulders are more open. It's more of working on your cervical and the thoracic spine, shoulders spread, and very gently allow that heart to feel that you're walking or you're supporting through what is now the new order to you, what is now the cleansing for you, what is now the purification for you, what is now the rebirth for you. Soon you will recognize that your old self doesn't serve your purpose and you're reclaiming more of a spirit. Breathing in very gently, coming back into the center, shoulders relax and just open. Now very gently bringing the right foot into the front, left foot into the back, opening up the shoulders. And if you can elevate, if your knees are tight, you can elevate your seating a little bit and with a blanket or something, and open up that knees a little bit more, hips a little bit more. Now take that deep breath in, shrug the shoulders up, tilt the head back, massage the back of the skull and releasing any tension, which is that energy can get stuck, that it's not going to the third eye, it's not going to the crown because it's tight with the throat. Now open and close the mouth wider, take that deep elongated breath. Exhalation is deep in a way of elongation. Chin to the chest, breathe out into a gentle cat, slowly softening. And very gently, this is the time that you have isolate yourself from the chaos, from the surrounding that is troubling you. But now is the time also looking at the pain with more understanding, breathing in very gently, pushing your spine into the front, not so much flaring up the rib cage that previously whatever you have suppressed, now you want it to come up with least resistance to heal. Breathe out into a gentle space of the cat. Breathing in back to the center. Shoulders relax and very gently twisting the spine to the right side. And you're letting go, but this letting go is there's a trust and there is anticipation what is coming. Please do take notes of the things that you fear of letting go, because you might feel like you're losing yourself. I want you to note worst thing that could happen to those very smallest fears that you have. Breathing in, into the center, shoulders relax, just open. Now very gently, I want you to take that deep breath in and very gently opening up the hips and walk your palms into the front. Very gently, keeping your seating bones on the floor or on the block, and very gently allow that openness come, but where you're situated from. So life is always have a difficulty that you have to open your torso when your legs can't move, when you are not meant to walk. That's why people always says, I can't relax, I have to run. But you have to ask that run is running away from something, because there will be always restrictions. When you're driving, you can only move your arms and legs into a certain extension. But that doesn't mean that you're frustrated in the seating and finding all the areas to blame about the traffic, blame about the front person, the back person, or the destination you're going. You shouldn't have gone there at this time. So take that deep breath and very gently finding an area that you can very gently opening up into these possibilities of facing that uncomfort, but in a very gentle way. So some of you might be, it's elongation of an in-breath. Some of you might be surrendering onto an out-breath. Some of you might be seeing all the parts, mind, body, and the breath or spirit. Now very gently take that deep breath in and very gently coming back. Shoulders relax, just open. Elongate the spine again and very gently twisting the spine to the right this time. Shoulders relax and opening up, just open. Finding that breath very gently. Finding that out breath that you're willing to let these fears go. Imagine that you're being able to take this sensation of fear out of your body. And very gently releasing out into the breath. Breathing in very gently, coming back into the center, shoulders relax and elongating. Now very gently bringing that left foot into the front, shoulders relax and just open. Right heel a little bit towards the groin, shoulders roll back. Now take that deep breath in and very gently elongating. Very gently allow the breath to elongate the spine, finding that space between each and every vertebra. Very gently moving out on a elongated in the in-breath, out-breath, surrendering into the gravity, walking into the front. Now very gently you're in that space of that spirit or the higher source. And the practice is all about surrendering yourself very gently, coming into that space of, once you open up the back, you might feel in that hip is having that repetitive pattern of the responsibility, carrying people, problems on your hips. It might be something that you're saying to yourself, or you're doing it, but you don't want to do it. It might be a sense of burden, too much of frustrations or guilt. So very gently observe these feelings, that also these feelings are undervalued and unacknowledged, unsupported, unappreciated. Or some of the time you might feel in that you're shut down, manipulated, or used, or taken advantage of, and that you have a problem of moving forward. So very gently take that deep breath in and very gently coming back, shoulders relax and just open. Very gently take that deep breath in and elongating, twisting the spine to the left side. Now very gently take that deep breath in and coming back into the center. Shoulders relax. Now very gently interlacing the fingers and palms facing into the front. Shoulders relax and very gently drop the shoulders and allow those bones to drop into the sockets and very gently, not shrugging the shoulders, but more of a dropping the shoulders and stabilize the scapula in the back and very gently elongate the spine. Now very gently breathing in and bringing that back of the neck, back of the head into the alignment, very gently. If you have a block, you can hold the block, but I like to use with the fingers and the hands, and very gently stretching up to the ceiling. Take that deep breath in without flaring up the rib cage. Very gently, subtly, I have worked you to work on the bandhas. The same sensation, very gently stretching those elbows, dropping those shoulders, bringing those arms behind the back of the neck without tilting the head, opening up that throat, breathing into that space, allowing those ribs to find the space, allow those vertebrae to find space, gently taking that deep breath and stretching those elbows and very gently, strongly allowing the seating bones to sit onto the floor. Now very gently breath out, spread the wings and very gently allow that body to settle but not slouching the spine. Now very gently left elbow onto the floor, onto the left side. Very gently. So walk the palm a little bit into the side and then drop the elbow and very gently take that deep breath in and right arm reaching up to the ceiling but pushing that right hip onto the floor and very gently right palm facing down but extend that arm. Very gently take that deep breath in without tightening the neck, looking onto the ceiling. Looking onto the ceiling. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now take that deep breath very gently in and very gently coming back. Keep that right hip on the floor. Very gently coming back, very gently coming back. You can lift up the elbow on the left side to support you, coming back into the center. Now elongating the spine, elongating the ribs, and very gently twisting the spine again to the left side. Shoulders relax and chest open. Now try to go a little bit more onto the left side, but get that elongation support on the spine. Allow that belly to pull in slightly and opening up that shoulder and getting that left shoulder a little bit dropped and open to the back a little bit more. You don't have to overlook onto the left side, but allowing that extension if it is freeing for you to overlook. Now remember the flexibility, the elongation is allowing you to see the back. It's the same thing. Awareness allows you to revisit your past, not to have ownership of it, but to see it. Now very gently take that deep breath in and coming back, shoulders relax, chest open. Now very gently right foot into the front and bringing that left heel onto the groin. Shoulders roll back. Now take that deep breath in and very gently interlacing the fingers into the front, palms facing into the front, opening up those knuckles, opening up those areas. You would be amazed to see if you don't stretch these fingers, if you don't stretch your palms, sometimes the calcites can build up there. It has happened to me because your calcium absorption can be lower because of you have other certain things happening in your body. So take that deep breath. I want you to spread your elbows, and I want you to even feeling on the wrist that stretch and very gently allowing that shoulders to drop onto the sockets, the bones, everything, so that it is not overly stretched, but it is wisely stretched. Take that deep breath in, elongate the spine, feel that energy on the rib cage without flaring up the rib cage, extending into the ceiling. Shoulders relax and chest open. Now the idea is to relax the back of the neck and coming into that place of your energies, and very gently finding that areas to very gently to work on. Very gently observing, breathe, keep that stretch happening. Try not to push the rib cage into the front. Remember to use this guidance. Now very gently take that deep breath out and spreading and dropping the right palm onto the floor on the right side, and very gently stretching that left arm up so you can drop the elbow down, tune into your body as you're taking and gathering these directions. Notice which aspect of the conditions that you react to. Simple way to use this practice is just take this information and very gently allow it to feel with your own body, the own ailment. Become aware of what emotions you are connecting to. So this is also, we are coming into the understanding the secret language of the emotion. Now very gently do not drop the neck, but elongate the neck. And if you have time, overlooking onto that side, looking into the ceiling. So you may also find that you're dealing with several parts of the body. Then make it a combined process. And combining these different parts on our practice of the body, which we related to each other, creates a powerful healing. Now very gently take that deep breath in and very gently coming back. Keep that elongation. Do not slouch your posture. Very gently twisting the spine to the right side, connecting furthermore. Shoulders relax, just open. Breathing in very gently, coming back into the front. Shoulders relax and just open. Now take that deep breath in and very gently bring that left leg into the back. Shoulders roll back, opening up that chest very gently. So you're coming into a space of the pigeon pose. You're very gently opening up that hip widely, and very gently you're trying to sit onto the floor, but you're sitting without forcing anything, but you're spreading it to allow it to sit onto the gravity. Now take that deep breath in. Shoulders roll back, opening up that chest. Very gently breathe out, dropping your elbows and walking those palms into the front. And very gently you're moving into your chest, and very gently allowing you're placing your hands onto the floor. Very gently coming into that awareness that of the cause of the issue. Now you have a choice here. Choice gives you an opportunity to reflect on your life, become aware of what does not work for you, and do something different that is working for you. And finding that balance is very important. It's not about just saying, please open the heart, but please, aspect of your being is important, including your physical health is important, fitness is important, emotion is important. Your mental attitude is important. Your energetic welfare and your spiritual strength is important. To recognize that your body is not your enemy. It is your messenger, which can help you to know yourself more fully. So take that deep breath in and very gently allowing to come back. But this is coming back is openness. It's coming back is offering you this insight into the issues you may need to confront and deal with in order to heal. Not that confrontation that we verbally have, but to come into that understanding. Now very gently bring that left foot into the front, into a seating level, and get that right leg stretched into the back, into the pigeon pose. Shoulders roll back. Now for the transformation to happen, to heal, you need to change your thoughts, your feelings and actions from what does not work to what does work. So shoulders roll back, take that deep breath in, and look at the problem your body is experiencing as a metaphorical representation of the challenge that you're dealing with in your life. Now take that deep breath in, elongate into the spine, shoulders stretch, elongate that heart. And there will be a time when that elongation happens so much, it falls into the gravity, and then you need to walk those palms into the front, shoulders relax, and very gently, chest opening. And you can see that patterns that emerging, that you can hold on to your buried pain from the past so that you have a story. So it can be stress at work, or worried about people, or feeling isolated or lonely, or self-critical with regard to any of those little mistakes you make in life. So I'm giving you areas for you, even you to find out your patterns. And you need to truly become aware of what was going on to what you're doing now to change that subconscious loop. Now take that deep breath in and very gently coming back. Now you're coming back not to your old self, not to your disease. You have to forgive certain things who had hurt you, and you have to let go of that buried pain, or you allow that excavation into the consciousness so that the buried pain is not settled in there, but has moved out, and you're making it to move out today. Now very gently take that deep breath in and coming into a very strong plank. So in this time, you're representing the spine from the toes to the back of the head. So I would ask you to breathe, but more relaxed and more open, because you have a stronger backing. Rather than being harsh to your posture, rather than being harsh to your situation, you're starting to use a little bit of humor into the pose, a little bit of a gentle smile on the face, instead of beating yourself into the posture. Now very gently allow your left knee to drop onto the floor, shoulders relax and chest open. Now very gently bringing that right leg onto the right side. So as I bring it, yeah, that's it. A little bit more. So bringing that foot and knee together. Now take that deep breath in and very gently see whether you can walk your palms and support the hips and coming into that place of elongating the torso. No, up. Yeah. Okay, so very gently allow that right hip to drop a little bit more and very gently elongating. So even Dassanayaka has got the foot back too much. So if you bring the foot here a little bit more, it had a better stretch, and then very gently, you're opening up that chest a little bit more higher, taking that deep breath in. You feel the stretch? Now take that deep breathing happening and very gently bring that arm back to the floor into the front, and very gently see whether you can push that bum back onto the floor. Opening up that groin a little bit more. Now it's uncomfortable, but find a comfort in that posture and very gently opening up that space of the hips, stabilizing it very gently, very gently. Now take that deep breath in, very gently, palms onto the floor, elbows lift up, and the right leg into the back. Right leg into the back. Now right knee onto the floor, and we'll do the left side. So stretching the left leg into the back first, and opening up the left arm, reaching up to the ceiling, just to open up that side so that it will allow us to stretch a little bit more. Now left reaching into the back, touch the floor. Now very gently bringing the left foot high as possible onto the left side. You will find that one side is much more happier to go than the other side. If you have a carpet, it's easy for you to grip and walk the toe into the front. Now very gently taking that deep breath in and left arm reaching up to the ceiling. Now very gently chest open. The idea is, even imagine your right hip is coming up and left hip is dropping. Even it's not happening physically. The idea is to stabilize the hips, because the hips are the ones that keeping that burden of saying that I'm doing too much, people are giving me their stuff, and you get burdened by it. And the more you get emotionally burdened, it gets tighter. So very gently bring that consciousness into that space, left arm reaching into the back, touch the floor. Very gently see whether you can take a stretch to open that back of the thigh, the groin, where you are holding patterns of the old self, patterns of the old emotions. Where is your problem? And try to relax now into the pose, because relaxation is the one that will bring that creativity into you, will bring that openness into your heart, rather than being so harsh on yourself. That's why I say always bring the humor and the laugh and a gentle smile into the pose, rather than beating yourself into the practice. Because your hearts can be conditioned. So what is incurable can be healed. Now very gently take that deep breath in, very gently coming back, palms onto the floor, and very gently, this is a posture that you need to assist yourself. Now very gently stretch that leg into the back, and very gently dropping both knees. Now this time you're coming into a space of, give a good rotation to the hips, and very gently you're going to work on the things that coming up for you, very gently rotating, onto the other side, and very gently getting that knees wide apart, and very gently stretching the spine into the back and dropping that buttocks onto the heels, and palms very gently facing up. And allow your forehead to very gently drop onto the floor. Now very gently take that deep breath in, And very gently, palms facing down, crawling and bringing that chest into the front. Shoulders relax and chest open. Now very gently drop the belly, soften the hips. Now very gently clasp the hands in the back. Now elongate the spine, very gently becoming into the back of the body. Take that deep breath in and lift up the chest, breathing in. Lift up the chest, that deep elongation, lifting up the chest. Now very gently reaching onto the ankles if you can, very gently. You can use a belt, high medaling. You can use a towel to support you. Take that deep breath in. Now, before dropping onto the floor, take that deep breath in and lift up a little bit more. Elongation from the back, so you're not straining the back, you're opening up the groins. Bring those heels closer to the buttocks and use your thumb and give that thumb to very gently generate a little bit of pressure on the foot. Very gently create that, and very gently letting go. And very gently allow the head to turn onto a side, palms facing up into the ceiling. Very gently. Now take that deep breath in and very gently bring that left knee onto the left chest. Now very gently rolling onto that right arm is supporting your head and neck. So very gently now take that deep breath in and very gently left shoulder roll back and holding onto the sacrum. Elbow point up. So idea is here to open up the chest a little bit more, allowing that body to feel that you're connecting into a part and using that part. Now very gently breathe in, very gently, because breathing is the part that allows us to release that negative dense energy from our bodies. You can use all those remedies that I have given you gently to pull any dense issues out of your body and place that negativity on the out breath as a gray smoke to release it. You can use the color that related for you for that energy to flow, to regenerate that flow of energy. Now very gently take that deep breath in and coming back into the flow, shoulders relaxed. I want both arms to stretch into the front onto the flow in order to install that positive, stronger energy in the back. Now very gently when you're ready, take that deep breath in and turning onto the other side, very gently. Bringing that right knee higher as possible. Very gently breathe. Very gently relate to the body that you're working on. Relate to the colors that is coming for you. Shoulders very gently relax and chest open. Now take that deep breath in, allowing that body to settle and very gently coming back into the starting pose and stretch both arms into the front. Shoulders relax. Now very gently interlacing the fingers and palms facing into the front, shoulders relax. It's a very hard one to do, but the idea is here to stretch the elbows a little bit more. Your feet comes together and slightly when you're stretching into the front, your elbows will lift up from the floor and start gravitating into the air. Your knees will start lifting up. Your feet start lifting up. Gently allow that breath to happen and lift up a little bit more. Lengthen the lower back. Stronger back is the way to open the heart. Now breathe out and drop. Breathing in one more time. Very gently finding that space. Your hand as they are facing upwards. Close your eyes, focus on your shoulders, neck. and back. Take a few deep breaths and allow your shoulder to relax. And breathe out, relax. Now take another deep breath and visualize that you have created an energy of blue ray of light streaming down into your head, then moving into your back and bathing your whole nervous system as you breathe out. Imagine all that nervous tension, density, and the stress is leaving your body. Because all patterns are in the nerves also. And very gently allowing to be assist to regenerate your nervous system into a new way, letting go of feeling of attack, the judgment or the threat, and assisting you to delete and dissolve all shames, guilt, worry, embarrassment that you carry in your nervous system. You hold on to things when they are embarrassing for you, as well as your positive and negative charge. Now take that deep breath in and palms onto the chest level, breathing in into a gentle cobra. Now visualize a green light begins to bathe and regenerate your whole nervous system and spine. Now very gently breathe out onto the knees and stretch your spine into the back. Palms facing up, shoulders relaxed. Now extend your index and the middle fingers both of both hands. Place that ring finger and the little finger on top of your thumb. Place the ring finger and the little finger on the top of your tongue and close your eyes and take slow deep breaths as you hold this gesture. Focus on allowing your body to relax. Focus on something pleasant if you have music around you or a bird chirping, because this will make you feel calm. You might imagine that you're floating on a beautiful blue ocean, relaxing on a beach, allowing the warmth of the sun to dissolve that tension. It's a rainy day, so use your imagination. Or you can even imagine your perfect day, how it would begin, who you would meet, what you would do, and how would you feel. This will assist you to let go all the tensions. And this will recreate to nervous system to install that peace, install that clarity, install that serenity, install that relaxation into your nervous system. Now take that deep breath in and palms onto the floor this time. And very gently unwind and moving into a down facing dog. And I want now the nervous system to be regenerate into its maximum health and vitality and the well-being, bit more focus on when we are in the movement. Now take that deep breath in and lifting up onto the toes and pushing the heels down, releasing that tension. Now very gently take that deep breath in and your left foot up onto the ceiling. It's almost like a tripod, lifting up a little bit more, lifting up a little bit more. Take that deep breath in. Bring that left knee onto the chest, completely breathe out, come forward. Now very gently left foot onto the front, onto the floor. Now very gently dropping that back knee onto the floor, very gently shoulders relax and chest open. Now very gently holding onto the knee, very gently shoulders relax and chest open, open a little bit more. Now very gently take that deep breath in and coming onto the right arm on the top, onto the Garudasana. Now very gently tuck the tailbone under. Try not to force the rib cage to push out too much. Third eye, very gently activate. Take that deep breath in. Not so much lunging, but just sitting into this space. And very gently bring in some energy into your space of the nose. Nose is actually looking for love and attention, not listening to your intuition, feeling unnoticed, invisible, unimportant, unworthy, feeling tired, run down, overwhelmed. So to stick your nose where it is not wanted is interfering into other people's affairs. Being nosy comes from that. Being gossiping comes from that. Judgmental comes from that. Hurt comes from that. Now very gently bring that thumb into that space, gently onto the top of the nose. How does it feel? Is it easy to breathe through your nose? Or are there blockages and irritations? When people have blocked sinuses, they often feel run down and want to keep others away. How do you feel about people around you? Many animals use their senses of the smell and intuitiveness mechanism, how to open these spaces and develop your intuition. Because sometimes with the nose, when you smell something, you know that immediately you don't want to see it, or hear it, or smell it. Because inside does your nose what to share with you. So now very gently spread that wings wider and touch the floor. Now very gently, when you're touching the floor this time, I want your palms to move on to the right side and your left foot to walk towards the left side. Now this may be hard for some of you since it's a very cold day. Now take a deep breath and push the hips forward and backward a few times, very gently. And then there will be out breath where you want to drop the elbows and really take the stretch a little bit more. If you have a block or a blanket or a bolster, please use that. The idea is to very gently opening up that space, very gently allow your glutes to settle, and ask yourself to release all the ways that you don't listen to your intuition. If you feel unimportant, unworthy, allow these postures to guide you and let go of that tiredness, the overwhelming constrictions, especially that we have work on the nose. So remove all the positive and negative charges that you have for the day today, or you woke up in the morning, want to continue the old story of the yesterday. Now very gently take that deep breath in and very gently coming back. Very gently coming back. Now very gently left arm reaching up to the ceiling. So it's more of a twist, left arm reaching into the back and touch the floor. Now very gently you can invite the foot back and move into a plank. And from the plank you're moving into a down face. Now take that deep breath in, back of the head is relaxed, back of the neck is relaxed, elongation is important. Now take that deep breath in. Right leg move up into the back, almost like a tripod. Now take that deep breath in and bring the right knee onto the chest. Right foot into the front. Now very gently take that deep breath in, drop the back knee onto the floor, holding onto the front knee. Shoulders relax and chest open, elongate the spine. Now very gently take that deep breath in, find that elongation of the breath, exhalation of the breath, where the mind, where the body, where the judgment, where the criticism, where the hurt, where the overwhelm. And very gently work with all those things. Practice is not that easy If it's only posture and the breath, it is so much awareness into yoga. Now very gently take a deep breath in and left arm on the top, coming into a Garudasana. Very gently using your thumb to create that space on the third eye. Very gently assisting you this connection of that intuition for your divine wisdom to teach you to value yourself highly and to feel worthy, and finding a new way of looking at opportunities that you're attracting into your life. Now very gently take that deep breath in, push that elbows, spread those arms wider and touch the floor on the left side, and you walk the foot a little bit more out to the right side. Push your hips back and forward, slowly breathing into that space, and allow yourself to enjoy the experience rather than trying to do it, because you are a doer. You are not allowed to enjoy things. Now very gently dropping that elbows onto the floor, allowing even the fist to sit on the third eye where it is comfortable, so it's not hanging. And very gently taking that level of energy into that space. Now very gently take that deep breath in, very gently allow the palms to very gently drop onto the floor. And very gently lifting up that elbows. Now maybe you may have to do a gentle twist onto the right side. Take that right arm, reaching up to the ceiling, opening up, and very gently drop into a plank, stronger in the pelvic floor. This time you're dropping the knees and give a good rotation to the hips and releasing those muscles that where they are holding that story, the stress, the overwhelm, the anger, sadness, onto the other side. Feeling that you need to control your life by controlling the muscles in that tightness. Thinking that is allowing you to tense up rather than feeling of letting go. So if you're acting on like a workaholic and experiencing the weight of the responsibility that we carry, difficulty in expressing our true feelings for fear of not being accepted, we might be stuck in the fight or flight or frozen. So very gently stretch that buttocks back, palms facing up. Now very gently allow that neck to relax. Now most of the time that neck give tension when we feel in that our commitments, our work commitments, our relationships are strangling us. So take this moment, I want you, because the neck is in a relaxed position, where in your life are you unwilling to bend and be flexible? Or is there someone you need to talk to? So very gently focus on your breathing, allow your shoulders to drop, and allow your neck to relax. Focus on allowing the muscles to loosen. Now very gently elbows onto the floor. You can very gently place your hands gently on your neck. Very gently. Breathe into that area and ask the question such as, if there was a thought that was stored in my neck, okay, let me rephrase it. If there was something stored in my neck, what it would be if it can talk. So whether you're lying down, sitting down, or you're in this posture, If there was a picture or a memory stored in my neck, what would it be? What do I need to change to feel that place better? Wait for a response and acknowledge, or take a note. Now very gently take that deep breathing happening. Very gently palms onto the floor. Very gently waking up the spine one vertebra at a time into the Vajrasana. Shoulders relax. Chest open. I like this posture because the muscles are open, but this is a very good posture. So close your eyes and imagine taking ropes and chains and tightness and density and inflexibility out of your neck. And take that deep breath in and the breath out. Place it all on a rainbow flame, which it will burn. Because you need lots of colors into this to move. And very gently allow that practice today to delete and dissolve all the ways that you are inflexible, stressed and fearful, and uptight. And very gently allow the practice to very gently draw out all the pains from your neck and the belief that someone or something is causing you pain, as well as all that points that you have woken up with positively and negatively. And very gently breathe out until a shift occurs. Bathe your neck with healing rays of green light. Imagine that the green light is circling your neck, releasing that density and relaxing that muscle and healing the pain, because the front of the neck is the throat and is the thyroid gland, and it all affects if the neck is tight. And very gently allow this practice to install that flexibility, the awareness, the patience, the trust, the faith, the openness now to new possibilities in your heart. This is what I call a stronger back, assisting you to resolve the issues from your past so that you can move forward with clarity. And I have given you all the techniques to move into that future. Allow this practice to unwind and relax and loosen. So your back is strong, your neck is strong, your nervous system is strong, your hips are strong. Now very gently take that deep breath in. Shoulders relax and very gently coming into the Uttarasana. Uttarasana is a very good posture to open the heart. Now lifting up onto the knees, shoulders relax and chest open. Now very gently take that deep breath in. Let your kidneys be buoyant and allow your heart to be elevated a little bit higher, the chest to be open. Now take that deep breath in. So you don't have to go to Purna Uttarasana. You can use a bolster. You can keep the toes on the floor, lift up the heels, or you can stretch the feet onto the floor. So whatever it is, it's not about fighting with the posture. It's how well you can open the posture. So if you're new to this posture, let the left hand go up first and reaching into the back. Let the right hand go up and reaching into the back, and you hold on to the hips and push the hips forward very gently without flaring up the rib cage. You elevate the heart and very gently without cutting the air supply from the back of the neck, because the back of the neck has to be now elongated, not dropping. Breathe. And this posture you can hold for 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 5 seconds, 10 seconds, it's okay. And after that, very gently, you're coming into a child pose. Shoulders relaxed and chest open. Whatever is comfortable for you, it's the restorative part of the posture. Now very gently taking that deep breath in and very gently crown of the head onto the floor and very gently activating that pituitary and the pineal gland. Very gently a slight pressure on it without pressure in the neck. Open the throat, roll back onto the third eye. Breathe. Very gently allowing that space. Very gently taking a note of what is rising for you. This is that time that you're sweeping away everything that has not worked in your life. This is the reason why things are breaking down and not going your way, because it is the old cycle your life is completing. You might feel you're in the difficulty, you might feel you're in the fires, but now in order to be cleansed and purified and for you to rebirth yourself, because you're reclaiming your spirit. Now very gently waking up the spine one vertebra at a time, very gently giving that energy into each and every vertebra, that you have a stronger spine, so that there is yourself, you can sit in the eye of the hurricane, not in the hurricane. In the eye of the chaos, not in the chaos. Take that deep breath in and very gently arms raise onto the crown. Very gently cleansing the space and the aura of your practice. The home, the house, the relationship, wherever it needs that cleansing and wherever it needs that place that the opportunities are better than you can imagine. So let go of the old self, the doubt self, and trust and anticipate what is coming. Palms onto the Namaskar position in self-realization, and a prostration that you have come into this space of surrender, letting go, having that strength that what you're afraid of, let go. Now I want you to very gently place your hands on the part of the body where you feel the most fear. If there is a part that you're still holding on to, anything, very gently. It can be the right shoulder, it can be the lower back, it can be the heart, it can be the hips, very gently. And say to yourself out loud, you're willing to let this fear go. Imagine able to take that sensation of fear out of your body and bring them into your palms of your hand. And visualize that fear has become into a bird with wings. So please, on your palms, surrender that bird to the higher source and visualize it's flying away into that space. And very gently breathe out the word surrender several times. Bring that space and release that bird to the palms and release up, 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 not to the floor. Up and release it, that bird. You're holding that bird in your palms. because that body needs to realize that you release something. Let go. Okay. Arms raised onto the ground, cleansing that space and the aura, the house, that home that you have released all the fears that you have bought from anywhere, that work, that relationship, that health. And very gently bringing that prostration onto the crown chakra and protecting the space of your highest chakra. The third eye that you have the visualization and the imaginations beyond your mind and the body. The throat that you communicate very well with yourself and the others in the most highest respected manner. The heart that is most stronger, which is supported by a very strong back. Solar plexus into the space of all things comes into its manifestation. Navel, all the emotions that gently and strongly digest and the life digests for you. Muladhara, where your seated chakra is grounded. Very gently cleansing the space and the aura back again to the ground and cleansing the aura around into that magical vibrations of lights and energies before all these manifestations happens. Touch the earth, respect that all the elements in the earth is in favor of that space of harmony. Because if the water goes too much, there is problem. If the fire goes too much, there is a problem. If the earth trembles too much, it's a problem. If the air goes out of its own gentle speed, then it's a problem. So just give that respect. I always say it's for Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Patavi, Dhatu. All these elements that manifestation begins, preservations begins, or it is in destruction. But keep that energy on the vibration of creation and preservation and letting go of things that do not serve you anymore. Gently coming out of the practice, the physical practice, palms onto the Namaskar position. Namaste.